God's advice today. Have you ever felt that God is trying to speak to you, yet in the busyness of life, His signs go unnoticed? This message invites you to pause, reflect, and open your heart. Perhaps this is exactly what you needed to hear today. Watch until the end with openness, and if these words touch you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to receive more messages like this. Don't forget to check the pinned comment for a 1-minute prayer and a recommended message to help strengthen your faith even more. God said, "My son, quiet your heart for a brief moment, for now I surround you with my voice, the one that surpasses noise, fear, insecurity, and every question that troubles you. Listen to me, fear not, for I am with you, be not dismayed, for I am your God, I will strengthen you, yes, I will help you, I will uphold you with the right hand of my righteousness." Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10. I saw the exact instant when your spirit began to grow weary, when your mind felt lost in the maze of worries, and when your heart begged for a rest it could not find anywhere. Do you feel ready for a deep transformation in your life and in the lives of those you love? Sometimes all it takes is one small step of faith to open the doors of abundance, peace, and the blessings that God has already prepared for us. A simple 1-minute prayer can be the beginning of a spiritual journey that transforms the inside and reflects on the outside. If you desire to attract more light, balance, and prosperity, spiritual and material, click on the first comment. There you will find a simple practice, lovingly guided, to help you connect more deeply with the divine presence in your life. I was there when your thoughts collided with doubt, when you wondered if I truly saw you, if I truly cared for you, if I truly had a plan for your life. Hear me, everything you have lived until now was not punishment, it was preparation. The Holy Spirit visited you in moments when you thought it was just anxiety, but it was my presence awakening in you a spiritual sensitivity that brings you now to this very word. I am opening a path your eyes cannot yet see, but your heart already senses. My child, you are not reaching the end, you are arriving at the beginning. Comment, I rest in God's strength because He cares for me. For a long time, I have carried the exact measure of your tears. I heard every heavy breath and watched every night you tried to be strong just so you wouldn't worry anyone. I know how you tried to solve with your own hands what was never yours to solve. I know your heart learned to carry more weight than it should, believing that if you fell, everything around you would collapse. But I, your God, say this to you today. You were not created to carry the world, you were created to walk with me. Every silent thought you kept because you didn't know whom to trust, I heard. Every emptiness you tried to ignore, I felt. Every disappointment that wounded you deeply, I collected. My son, your exhaustion is not a sign of weakness, it is the sign that the time for my intervention has come. You are far too precious to continue living on emotional, spiritual, and financial crumbs. I did not bring you this far to watch you fall, I brought you here to begin your rebirth. Comment, I let God restore me completely. Beloved son, listen to me with all your attention and keep these words in your spirit. Remain in me, and I will remain in you. John chapter 15 verse 4. You have remained faithful even when everything was against you, even when your heart was tired and your eyes full of tears. I saw every silent prayer, every night of worry, every moment you searched for strength when none seemed to remain, yet you chose to believe. You sowed faith in the midst of pain, hope in the midst of discouragement, and loyalty even when no one saw. So I tell you, nothing you did was in vain. While you thought I was silent, I was preparing the ground, aligning doors, moving circumstances, and strengthening your spirit. Now the time of harvest approaches with power, honor, and restoration. What is coming your way will not be small, common, or discreet. It will carry the mark of my hand. It will change your story in a definitive way. The provision you await, the door you desire, and the transformation your heart cries for are already in motion in heaven and about to manifest on earth. Remain firm, for I am about to surprise you beyond anything you imagined. I have seen how you tried to trust people who did not have the strength to support you. I saw how you believed in human promises that broke, in shoulders that could not carry you, in words that could not comfort you. Every time you were left waiting, I was taking note of your pain. Every time you depended on someone who turned away, I was collecting the sorrow they caused you. My son, do not blame your heart for trusting. Trusting is your gift, not your flaw. But now I teach you something that will lift you to a new dimension. The provision you need will not come from human hands, but from mine. When you understand this, your heart will be lighter than ever. For when I move, no one can undo it. When I decide, no one can stop it. When I prepare, no one can steal it. I am leading you into a season where you will no longer depend on human instability, but on the eternal consistency of my love. Comment: I place my trust 100% in God. Did you know that there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-seated beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a profound impact on my life, and we would like to invite you to explore this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you would like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing content that inspires and transforms, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. My son, remember also what is written: commit your way to the Lord, trust in Him, and He will do the rest. Psalm 37 verse 5. You have tried to surrender parts of your life, but today I ask you to surrender everything: your fears, your worries, your plans, your expectations, your pain, your steps, and your decisions. I do not ask this to control you, but to set you free. The anxiety that follows you is not a sign of weak faith, it is a sign of excessive weight. I did not create you to carry everything alone. When you try to do everything through your own strength, you become weary. But when you trust in me, you are renewed. This is why the wind is changing, why your spirit feels more sensitive, why you sense that something is about to happen. It is the Holy Spirit aligning your soul with my will. You are not losing control, you are returning control to me, where it always belonged. And this, my son, is the beginning of the miracle you have been longing for. This shift you are feeling is not chaos, but divine orchestration. When you release what weighs you down, I release what will lift you up. When you surrender your path into my hands, I straighten every road that once confused you and illuminate every step you feared to take. Comment: I surrender my whole path to the Lord. I know every inner battle you have fought. I know the days when your body was present, but your soul felt far away. I know the mornings when you took a deep breath, trying to find strength in places where none remained. I know the nights when your thoughts cornered you, overwhelmed you, and made you believe there was no way out. But my son, look at me, A way out always existed because I always existed. Your soul is not tired because it is weak, it is tired because it has been strong for far too long. Now, however, I tell you this, your season of carrying heavy burdens has come to an end. I am lifting weights from your shoulders that you were never meant to bear. I am closing cycles you tried to resolve alone. I am restoring pieces of you that you believed were permanently shattered. Your identity is being renewed, your courage is being awakened, your hope is being rebuilt from the inside out. What you feel now as pressure is not destruction, it is the labor of your new season being birthed. What once drained you will no longer have power over you. What once wounded you will now serve as testimony. Comment: I receive God's healing and restoration. My son, listen to what I tell you with both authority and tenderness. Call to me, and I will answer you, and show you great and mighty things which you do not know. Jeremiah chapter 33 verse 3. Your prayer did not fall into emptiness, your request was not lost in the wind, and your cry was not ignored. I heard every word, every whisper, every sigh that rose from the depths of your soul. I gathered everything you expressed, even what you could not put into words. I transformed your tears into seeds and your fears into gateways for miracles. Now I am about to reveal what I prepared in secret, what you could not see, but what I have been shaping with intention. The financial breakthrough you have been waiting for will be manifested, the emotional restoration you have longed for will be released, the spiritual strength you have been crying out for will be poured over you in abundance. There will be no delay. What seemed stagnant will begin to flow, what looked dead will rise again. What appeared impossible will become tangible before your eyes. Nothing escaped my plan, nothing disrupted my timing, and nothing has hindered my movement in your life. Comment: I believe God is already answering my prayers. My son, now I teach you a mystery. None of your pain was wasted. Every tear carried purpose. Every moment of emptiness prepared you to be filled again. Every silence of mine strengthened your roots, even when you thought I was far away. Every closed door redirected you to the right one, the one that aligns with my purpose for you. Nothing, absolutely nothing, happened without permission, intention, and direction. I know there were days when you believed your suffering made no sense, but now you will see that it shaped your spiritual maturity. I know there were people who wounded you, but now you will understand how those wounds refined your sensitivity and compassion. I know there were losses that shattered you, but now you will see how they opened space for the new that I am bringing. My son, you are not walking toward an uncertain future, you are walking toward a promise that cannot fail. I am moving you from a season of survival to a season of abundance, from scarcity to overflow, from exhaustion to renewal. I am in a hurry to honor you. Comment: I believe nothing was in vain, God was preparing me. My son, remember what is written, behold, I am doing a new thing, now it springs forth, do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Isaiah chapter 43 verse 19. You are stepping into the territory of newness. What once felt dry will begin to bloom again. What once seemed impossible will begin to open before you. I am creating pathways where no trails ever existed. I am sending provision into places that once held no support. I am resurrecting dreams you thought were buried forever. Do not try to understand with the mind what only the Spirit can discern. The Holy Spirit is moving every piece, adjusting every detail, repositioning every door, and aligning every step that concerns you. The season of waiting has reached its completion. The season of manifestation has begun. Everything that looked delayed is actually arriving in my perfect timing, and everything that looked uncertain is now being clarified by my hand. Lift your eyes, my son, because what I am unveiling will surprise even the places of your heart that stopped expecting. Comment: I receive God's newness in my life. My beloved son, breathe deeply and receive what I declare over you now. From this moment forward, your life has entered divine transition. You are leaving behind the season of carrying burdens and stepping into the season of harvesting promises. You are leaving behind the season of merely surviving and stepping into the season of truly living. You are leaving behind the season of asking and stepping into the season of receiving. Do not fear the future anymore, for it is already in my hands. Do not fear the situations ahead, for I am already inside them before you arrive. Do not fear lack, for provision is on its way. Do not fear battles, for victory has already been decreed over your life. Your harvest is ripe. Your promise is ready. Your life is about to be transformed so deeply that even your silence will carry testimony. I sustain you. I protect you. I guide you. I honor you. Comment: I receive this new season prepared by God. My beloved child, draw near for a moment and allow my voice to settle inside you like a warm light touching a cold room. I have watched you carry burdens that no corazon humano should bear alone, and yet you kept walking, believing that endurance was your only option. But hear me now, you were never meant to survive by the strength of your own hands. You are sustained because I hold you, not because you impress me. You breathe because I breathe life into you. You rise because my hand lifts you. Every time you thought you were collapsing, it was my presence stopping your fall. You have looked to people, expecting them to be your saviors, but they were never designed to carry what only I can. When they disappointed you, you blamed yourself, as if their inability reflected your worth. It never did. You have never been rejected by me. Every disappointment was a redirection toward the one who cannot fail, the one whose promises never return vacíos, the one who calls you mine. What you call lack, I call lesson. What you call loss, I call protection. What you call abandonment, I call alignment. Nothing has escaped my purpose, nothing has gone unnoticed, and nothing has been wasted. You are entering a season where the weight of the past will no longer define the shape of your future. Every time your heart reached out to someone hoping for relief, you were unconsciously placing expectations in hands too small to hold you. And when those hands let go, you believed something was wrong with you. But child, nothing was wrong with you. You simply entrusted your hope to people who were never meant to be the source, only temporary shadows pointing you back to me, the eternal fountain. Human promises tremble under pressure, but mine stand unshaken. Human help has limits, but mine has none. Human love grows cansata, but mine remains infinite. I do not support you because you achieve, behave, or perform. I support you because you are my beloved. And what belongs to me does not remain in despair. You have mistaken delay for denial, silence for absence, and waiting for forgetfulness, but none of these represent my heart. What I prepare for you requires time because I do not build small miracles. I shape responses that carry eternity inside them. When you thought I was quiet, I was constructing. When you thought I was still, I was aligning. When you thought I was distant, I was closer than your own breath. Your faith has been stretched, not to break you, but to release everything that was holding you back: fear, dependence on humans, insecurity, and the idea that you must fight alone. Those pressures were not punishment, they were preparation. You have sensed something stirring within you these past days, a quiet whisper beneath your fatigue, a small spark surviving the ashes, an unexplainable feeling that something is shifting. That whisper is my spirit. That spark is my promise. That stirring is the sound of destiny approaching. You feel it because what I am about to do is not subtle, it is not small, it is not a temporary touch. It is a transformation designed specifically for you. Behind the scenes, threads you cannot see are being woven into a tapestry that will reveal how intentional every season has been. I am forming a provision perfectly measured for your needs, provision that will not come through prideful hands seeking recognition, but through divine pathways no man can claim credit for. I am opening not only doors but entire avenues that did not exist before. You will not simply witness opportunity, you will walk into opportunity tailor-made by the one who knows the contours of your soul. Your waiting has not been empty, it has been orchestrated. Your longing has not been ignored, it has been amplified in heaven. There are movements happening in realms you cannot see, and when they manifest, you will understand why the wait had to last as long as it did. I have seen your struggle to rise from bed on mornings when the weight of your thoughts felt unbearable. I have watched you fight silently inside your mind, telling yourself to hold on even when holding on felt like an impossible task. I have seen the way your spirit tried to find a little bit of light in rooms where everything felt dark. And I want you to know, that was faith. Not the loud, confident faith people talk about, but the raw, quiet faith that survives the storm while trembling. The faith that prays while crying. The faith that tries again even when strength is gone. That faith moves heaven in ways you do not imagine. And I honor it. I honor every tear, every whisper, every moment you chose to keep believing instead of surrendering to despair. You thought no one noticed your effort, but I noticed every detail. You thought no one saw the battles inside you, but I saw each one and covered you through them. The loneliness you felt was not reality, it was exhaustion pressing down on your emotions. You were never alone. Each step you took, I walked beside you. Each tear you shed, I collected. Each silence you endured, I filled with my presence even when you could not perceive it. The emotional tightness, the financial pressure, the silent suffocation of your heart, none of that will define your final chapter. What tried to crush you will become the testimony of how I lifted you. What tried to diminish you will reveal how I strengthened you. You were not created for scarcity, but for abundance. You were not shaped for fear, but for fullness. You were not made for a life of barely surviving, but for a life overflowing in purpose and provision. The financial miracle your soul craves will not be a coincidence or a momentary relief. It will not be born from desperation or improvisation. It will be a deliberate act of my love, a release designed to free you, reorder your life, and remove the instability that has followed you for too long. What I am preparing is not only provision, it is clarity, direction, organization, and restoration. You will not depend on uncertain promises anymore. You will see, with your own eyes, that my hand provides in ways no human hand could ever sustain. Your heart will be strengthened in places where it once felt fragile. Your mind will receive insight where confusion lived. Your vision will rise above fear. Your steps will align with purpose. Your story will carry a mark of divine intervention so clear that you will never again question whether I was with you. Nothing that is coming to you is random. Nothing is accidental. Everything flows from a decision of mine, to touch your life in a profound, personal, unmistakable way. You must understand this truth: man can promise help, but man cannot guarantee the impossible. I can. Man can desire to support you, but cannot control the timing of breakthroughs. I can. Man can offer words, but cannot orchestrate destiny. I can. And I will. The miracle will come at the perfect moment, not too early to confuse you, not too late to break you, but precisely when your heart, your faith, and your path are ready to embrace it fully. Do not fear the process anymore. What once felt like chaos is becoming clarity. What seemed like delay is becoming alignment. What looked like silence is becoming revelation. I am stretching your capacity because the blessing I am bringing requires room in your heart, room in your vision, room in your faith. I am not giving you scraps of hope, I am giving you a future anchored in my sovereignty. You will witness doors open without human influence. You will watch opportunities rise from places you never expected. You will stand in spaces you once believed were unreachable. And when it happens, you will feel something profound inside you, peace. Not the fragile peace that depends on good circumstances, but the peace that flows from knowing that your story is being held by the one who never sleeps, never fails, and never abandons his own. This peace will take root first, long before the miracle manifests, because it is the sign that you have shifted your dependence from the temporary to the eternal. My beloved child, let this truth rest inside you like a flame that cannot be extinguished. You are not walking into survival, you are walking into transformation. You are not approaching a small improvement, you are approaching divine intervention. Your story is being rewritten with precision, purpose, and poder. The instability within you will be calmed. The financial storms will be silenced. The emotional pressure will be lifted. And when you look back, you will see that every moment of waiting, every tear, every unanswered question was unfolding a path that only now becomes visible. You are stepping into a season where my voice will be clearer, my provision will be undeniable, and my presence will be unmistakable. Trust me. Lean into me. Let go of the weight you cannot carry. What is coming will not just change your circumstances. It will change your life. Listen closely, my beloved child, for every breath you take carries a quiet echo of the miracle already unfolding within you. I know that right now it may be hard to perceive the shift that is blossoming beneath the surface, like a seed breaking through the soil long before the world sees the sprout. Yet your soul already recognizes what your eyes ain't a neo captam. You have been searching for relief, for direction, for a sense of hope strong enough to steady your heart through the storms you've faced. And in that search, even when exhaustion weighed on your chest and the smile on your face cost more than anyone around you imagined, I was there, guiding, strengthening, carrying, healing. I have watched you fight invisible battles, the ones no one clapped for, the ones no one acknowledged, the ones you held inside because you believed you had to be stronger than you felt. I saw the moments when your thoughts pressed against you like a tightening grip, when your chest ached from the pressure of simply trying to keep going, when you didn't know if you could face one more day of pretending that everything was fine. But in those secret moments of vulnerability, I gathered you into my embrace long before you asked, long before you knew what you needed. For my love is not reactive, it is constant, active, unshakable, and fiercely tender. You have never walked alone, not even once, and you never will. You have endured more than many understand, and yet you remain here, breathing, hoping, pressing forward through landscapes of uncertainty. I have seen the tears you hid so no one else would worry. I have seen you swallow disappointment so others would not feel burdened. I have seen you rise after nights when the weight of everything felt unbearable. And through all of it, you kept searching for me, even when your faith felt cracked, even when your confidence felt drained, even when your heart questioned whether the breakthrough would ever arrive. I need you to know that your endurance is not a sign of failure but a reflection of extraordinary strength. You are not weak because you struggled. You are strong because you refused to let the struggle destroy your spirit. If only you could see yourself the way I see you, a resilient soul who survived storms that would have broken many. A courageous heart that kept beating even when surrounded by silence. A beautiful creation who reached for me in the darkest hours, not out of perfection but out of truth. And it is that truth, the raw sincerity of your heart, that moves me, that draws me near, that compels me to lift you higher than before. You have not been abandoned, overlooked, or forgotten. You have been held, shaped, and prepared. I know how the disappointments inflicted by people have wounded you. You opened your heart hoping for support, for partnership, for understanding, but some walked away when things became difficult. Others promised loyalty yet vanished when you needed them most. Some spoke beautifully but acted with indifference. And there were those who expected strength from you but offered none in return. These moments carved into you a quiet ache, making you question your worth, your expectations, even your right to ask for help. They made you feel like you were too much, or not enough, or somehow wrong for needing what every heart needs: connection, presence, compassion. I saw how the abandonment bruised your trust. I saw how it made you doubt human intentions, how it built walls around you, not out of pride, but out of self-preservation. Yet today, I am mending those wounds. I am restoring your trust not by promising that people will never fail, but by assuring you that their limitations do not reflect your value. You were never asking for too much, you were asking from those who could not give what they did not carry. Shift your expectation toward me, not because humans have no worth, but because I alone hold the power to lift, to restore, to provide, to sustain. My faithfulness does not waver with time or circumstance, it is anchored in eternity. Something deep inside you is being healed right now, something that was constricted, held tightly, or wounded by past experiences. This inner healing is the foundation of the miracle that is coming. It is not simply emotional relief, it is a transformation of the lenses through which you see life, yourself, and your future. It is the quiet liberation from the weight of old fears, old disappointments, old narratives that insisted you must carry everything alone. In this new clarity, in this sacred stillness, I am planting the seed of renewal, the seed of a miracle that will grow so deeply rooted within you that nothing will be able to shake it. The stillness entering your spirit is not passivity, it is clarity. It is the calm confidence that allows you to see without fear, to act without desperation, to choose without pressure, to trust without trembling. From this place of inner peace, the steps you once hesitated to take will begin to make sense, illuminated by a guidance greater than your own understanding. You will move not from anxiety but from wisdom. You will decide not from fear but from clarity. You will advance not from scarcity but from confidence. And everything that once felt overwhelming will begin to align. You feel the shift within you even now, the gentle easing of a tightness you carried for years, the softening of the tension in your chest, the whispers of peace entering spaces once filled with distress. This is my present soothing places within you that no one else had access to, healing wounds that words could not reach. My embrace around you is not abstract, it is tangible, real, perceptible even in your body's sensations. I am touching memories that once hurt to remember, rewriting the emotional patterns that once kept you stuck, dissolving the weight that once made you feel trapped. And as I pour my love into you, it is not merely comfort, it is restoration. You cannot imagine how deeply I care for you, how I have studied your story from beginning to end, how every detail of your life matters to me. When you felt unseen, I saw you fully. When you felt unworthy, I held you as precious. When you thought everything was falling apart, I was silently aligning what needed to shift. You are not an afterthought. You are not overlooked. You are not insignificant. You are a masterpiece in progress, and every stroke of your journey has purpose. Your financial miracle, the one you have waited for, the one you have prayed for, the one you have cried for, will not be just a transfer of resources. It will be an outpouring of love, provision, and transformation. It will first transform your mindset, then your opportunities, then your circumstances. This is why I am healing you from the inside out. Because the breakthrough I am preparing for you is not temporary or fragile. It is meant to endure, to expand, to elevate you to a place of stability and peace. What I am bringing is not scarcity disguised as blessing, it is abundance shaped by divine intention. You will not simply receive enough to survive, you will receive enough to breathe, to build, to rise, to bless. The doors that once shut will open. The pathways that once felt blocked will clear. The resources that once seemed unreachable will find their way into your hands. There will be provision that exceeds expectation, opportunities that defy logic, and breakthroughs that silence worry. This is not random, it is orchestrated by my unwavering love for you. The miracle will not be delayed by the absence of human support. It will not be hindered by the instability around you. It will not be undone by past failures, by missed chances, or by the mistakes you regret. Nothing, not fear, not anxiety, not insecurity, can steal what I have prepared for you. What I give cannot be taken away, cannot be sabotaged, cannot be derailed. You are walking into a season where everything aligns at the perfect moment, not early, not late, but precisely when all pieces come together for your good. I am arranging circumstances, moving events, directing opportunities, and preparing people who will recognize your value, honor your presence, and support your purpose. You will not need to beg for space, respect, or opportunity. What is yours will come with ease, clarity, and confirmation. Every moment of waiting, every tear, every disappointment is being redeemed in ways greater than you can imagine. Trust my timing. Trust my process. Trust that I am already ahead of you, clearing the path. I am preparing the right hearts, the right hands, the right connections to cross paths with you. You will soon see how every moment of delay was actually protection. Every closed door was redirection. Every disappointment was preparation. And every prayer you whispered when no one was around has been heard clearly. This next chapter of your life will not resemble the pain you endured. It will be marked by fulfillment, abundance, restoration, and peace. Not because things suddenly became easier, but because your spirit became stronger, wiser, and deeply anchored in my presence. Your story is shifting. Your atmosphere is changing. Your breakthrough is approaching, not from a place of panic, but from a place of power. And when it arrives, you will finally understand, I was never withholding, I was building. Never delaying, I was aligning. Never ignoring, I was preparing. And now, my beloved child, step forward with renewed confidence, for what is coming toward you is greater than what you have been waiting for. Listen to me, beloved child, for every word that flows now nays from a place of deep intention, shaped by the weight of what you have lived and the tenderness with which I observe your journey. You have walked bajo un cielo oscuro durante mucho tiempo, esperando señales, respuestas, alivio, direction. In those nights where silence felt louder than hope, when your thoughts raced faster than your breath and when the world around you seemed to shrink under the pressure of your needs, I was witnessing each internal battle without turning my eyes away for a single moment. You thought you were moving alone, but I was rearranging circumstances, preparing doors, molding timings, aligning providence with precision. Nothing you have esperado ha sido en vano. Nothing you cried for has been ignored. I have been organizing answers to petitions that have long lived in the hidden corners of your heart, and now the movement has begun. What is coming is not small, temporary, nor superficial. It is a transformation that will enter the deepest structures of your life, altering your reality, expanding your mindset, shaping your trajectory. You perceive your heart becoming more sensitive, and this sensitivity is not weakness, it is awakening. It is the signal that you are finally ready to receive what before you could not carry. Pain once blinded you, fear froze you, hurry confused you, and burdens weighed down the clarity of your vision. But now you are more alive, more aware, more grounded. This is my work unfolding within you, not your effort straining to survive. I have been working inside you like a patient artisan, shaping what seemed shattered beyond repair. I take the pieces of what was broken and restore them with perfection. I heal what was wounded with gentleness. I replace what was lost with what is better. I reconstruct what you believed was beyond redemption. Nothing in you is too damaged for me. Nothing is too late. Nothing is too far gone. I have been forming in you a new way of thinking, a deeper way of seeing, a stronger way of standing. Your financial miracle, though significant, is only a glimpse of the larger work I am orchestrating. I am teaching your spirit to walk in wisdom, to spend with awareness, to distinguish which doors are not yours to enter, to refuse paths that drain your soul, and to embrace opportunities you once lacked the courage to accept. Every lesson, every waiting season, every frustration has carved in you the discernment needed for what is about to arrive. I am preparing you to prosper with stability, to manage with peace, to grow with responsibility. Your victory will not be fragile, nor momentary, it will be solid, rooted, and wise. You have lived so many moments trying to handle everything alone that you started believing strength was your only option. This belief exhausted you more than you ever admitted. Today I want you to understand, it is not your strength that sustains the miracle, it is my grace that sustains you. I do not demand perfection, I desire dedication. I do not seek extreme effort, I seek trust. I am not asking you to solve what is impossible, I am inviting you to allow me to do the impossible on your behalf. Your heart, honest as it is in this very moment, stands before me without pretense, without masks, without defenses. You did not come searching for speeches, you came searching for an answer. And in the flow of this truth, you feel the heartbeat of a change already pulsing within your veins. Something ancient and new is rising at once, a rhythm that prepares the ground for what will soon bloom. You did not arrive here by chance. A need deeper than words pulled your soul here. Your faith has been awakened. Your life is entering a phase of preparation. I will honor you. I will lift you. I will provide exactly what you need. I will guide you, protect you, and be the strength of your transformation. Everything you thought was lost will not only return but will be surpassed by what I am sending. The tears that have marked your days will be replaced by double joy. The peace that has felt distant will become the quiet stillness you have longed for. Every wound, even the ones you tried to ignore, will be healed from the root. Every empty space will be filled with abundance. Your miracle is alive, moving, taking form even in the unseen. It is being woven carefully into the details of your life. It will arrive clothed in love, precision, and purpose. It will not come early, nor late. It will come exactly when your heart and your path align with the fullness of what I am preparing. And when it arrives, it will testify to one truth: you have never been alone. Right now you can feel something shifting inside you, a mixture of hope and caution, of longing and restraint, of faith and fatigue. You feel the internal war between wanting to believe in something great and remembering the disappointments of the past. I see this battle. I understand it. I am touching that fragile place to heal it completely. With love, God. I hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.